Hey, what's up everyone? Infinite PC Gaming back here once again. So, you just bought yourself a fancy new all-in-one cooler from Corsair, an H100i GTX in this case. You're all excited about it, temps are going to be so low. But then someone comes along and says, hey, you need to replace those stock fans to get yourself some Corsair's SP120s. It's so much better, so much quieter, and your system's going to run so much cooler when you get those. Plus, they have those fancy little ring accents in 3 colors. See, the question here is, and I'll use this Corsair H100i GTX in this example. If you just got done dropping $100, is it really worth it to spend an additional $30 to replace those fans? Later in the video, I'm going to fire up Prime 95 and Real Bench, and we'll see just how much better, or maybe even worse, these SP120 high performance editions really are. But of course, before we get into that, let us compare the specs of both fans. Grabbing the specs from the products pages, we can see the stock fans have an airflow of 70.69 CFM, static pressure of 4.65, sound level is at 37.7 decibels with the max fan speed of 2435 RPMs. Moving on to the SP120 high performance editions, they have an airflow of 62.74 CFM, static pressure of 3.1, sound level of 35 decibels, and with a max fan speed of 2350 RPMs. When we do a side-by-side comparison, we can see that the stock fans give us nearly 12% more airflow, 33% more static pressure, it's only 2.7 decibels louder, and can spin at 85 more RPMs. Looking at the stats, it's safe to say that the SP120s is a bit of a downgrade here. Let's go ahead and fire up Prime 95 and Real Bench and see exactly the performances for these fans. First up, the SP120s. I apologize for the numbers randomly missing while recording this video. I didn't notice this happened until after all my tests were finished. So anyway, we'll start up Prime 95. No, I'm not concerned about any of the errors that happened during this test. I'm actually not a big fan of Prime 95 to begin with. Regardless, we can see that the max temps of 81 with the fan speeds hitting over 2100 RPMs, and this is what the fans sound like during this test. Okay, so let's stop Prime 95 and start up ASUS Real Bench. And as we can see here, the max temp is 66 with the fan speeds above 1200 RPMs, and this is how those fans sound during this test. Okay, so with the SP120s out of the way, let us replace these back with the stock fans and see how those perform. Alright, so same thing as before, we'll fire up Prime 95. Again, I don't care about the errors in this program. I mean, as you can see, for whatever reason now, it's only 2 workers that stop. But that's not what we care about, so max temp of 77 here with the fan speeds over 2100 RPMs. And here's how those sound during this test. Moving on to Real Bench, we can see the max temps here at 62 with the fans barely going above 1600 RPMs for the remainder of the test. And this is what that sounds like. I can hear you now. But the stock fans were spinning 400 RPMs faster. Of course the temps will be lower. You're giving us alternative facts. Well, to handle that, I'm going to use the ASUS Fan Expert 3 program and set the fan RPMs to a fixed speed of 1200 RPMs and start up Real Bench again. Now, as we can see, even though it hit 66 for a split second, this temps are still lower than the SP120s. Interesting, isn't it? After looking at the specs of the fans used, running both Prime 95, ASUS Real Bench, and setting the stock fans to a fixed 1200 RPMs, it's pretty clear purchasing the SP120s was not worth it for the setup, and I advise anyone that finds themselves in this situation to just save their money and put it towards another part in their PC. Now, there are some Corsair products where grabbing the SPs could help out, for instance the single radiator setups like the H55, H60, and the H75. I know there are people out there that will like color schemes, and the color rings that come with the SPs are tempting, but you can simply take the stock fans and spray paint a colored ring for yourself. Sure, it'll take some time to do, but I'd say buying masking tape and spray paint is a better solution, plus it's still cheaper. That's gonna wrap this one up, folks. As always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.